Yo, what is up, everybody? Popo here, bringing guys a new video. And I know it's been a little while. I know I said I was going to get back to making videos, but I had a family issue where my mom had to go to the hospital, and she was in the hospital for a little while. And it just really, played a toll on my mental health, and I just really wasn't in the mental state to be making videos, and I just didn't have the motivation to do so because of it. But she is out and she is home and she is doing much better. So thankfully for that, the doctors did a good job. And yeah, now we're here. And I'm going to get back into making some videos like I said I was going to do. And today we're just going to do a pretty easy one. We're going to be doing a randomizer to pick our team for Regulation H. I've been playing a little bit of Regulation H, got up to 1500, but I'm not a huge fan of Regulation H. I think doing this could bring a little bit more fun to it. So the way that this is going to work, if you never watched my randomizer series before, we're going to randomize a number, of course. And with that number, we are going to go over to the National Pokedex, go to that number, and that's the Pokemon we're going to use. If it's a Pokemon that's not available in Regulation H, we will go to the next available one, going up in numbers, not down. So even if it was like, let's say Mewtwo, we don't go down the Dragonite, we would go up to the next Pokemon that is available, which I'm not even sure what that would be. But yeah, so we're going to do that. And if, let's say I get Bulbasaur ends up being mine, I could pick any Pokemon in the line of that Pokemon. So I can pick Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, or Venusaur. But if I get Venusaur, I cannot pick Ivysaur or Bulbasaur. So if it's the fully evolved version, I have to pick that one. This becomes relevant in cases like Dusknoir, right? If I get Dusknoir, I can't pick Dusclops. But if I get Duskull, I can pick Dusclops or Dusknoir. And I can't pick two Pokemon from the same line. So if I get Bulbasaur twice and I pick Ivysaur, I can't also get Ivysaur. I would go to the next one, which would be Charizard. So then I had Venusaur and Charizard. This is just to keep it more unique, because you don't want to be building up too many of the same types just on the same type of Pokemon, doing the exact same thing. Just for a lot of variance. If there's any other rules that come up when we're doing this, I'll bring it up, and then we'll come over here, and of course we will build the team, and yeah, then we'll have a good time. I don't remember the randomizer being all the way over here, but it is. But when I was zoomed out, it was like there, so I don't know, so I guess we just stay zoomed in. We got it to 1019, and the reason for that is because this goes to, okay, yeah, no, that's fine, because if you go down here, we can't use any of these Pokemon, but we can use Hydrapple, so we need to have that range. If we get Apple and we're cooking, we can pick a lot of Pokemon. Oh, and if we do pick a specific Pokemon, it's locked in. We can't change it at the end when we're like, oh, well, this Pokemon would work out better. Like, Porygon 2 doesn't work for this team. Porygon Z would be better. No, we're stuck with Porygon 2. So, if that's what we pick. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. We have 657 now. Some of y'all might even know what Pokemon these are, but your boy does not. We get Greninja out the get. Okay, so we're getting Greninja. Of course, Megas were just announced for these Pokemon, so what's the difference? Blazer 2 Greninja. I don't know. So we're gonna go. We got Greninja. I don't think we want Frogadier. So Greninja is definitely that pick. I would have liked Delphox better. Delphox is actually pretty good in this regulation. As for Greninja, I'm not really sure. I haven't tried it, so I can't really say much. 284 is going to be the next one here. 284. Let's go to that. Is Masquerain? Masquerain is in the game. Yeah. Oh, this is not great. Masquerain is in fact in the game. We have 2 electric weeks here. What's its stats looking like? I mean, we can work with it, right? 82 is not that bad for special defense. Its defense is pretty terrible. It does have Intimidate to help boost it a little bit. Its speed's pretty bad. We'll have to see where that goes. This is what it is, boys. This is what it is. All right, 552. 552 is going to bring us to Crocodile. Okay. You know what? That gives us an avoidance to the electric that we're going to be taking from Masquerain or Greninja. We can switch in a Crocodile. Also, a second Intimidator. Maybe we can go Anger Points. Does There's no way Masquerain gets... no, it doesn't. It doesn't get any ice moves. Dang. Oh, well, it gets Haze, Ice Beam, Icy Wind, but... doesn't get the Blizzard. Actually gets a lot of ice moves. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, you can use Haze on Masquerain, though. That might be where we're looking. So we have our first three so far. Very frail team. All right, 504, not too far off from where we are now. 504 is going to bring us to a Watchog is not in the game. Is Stoutland in the game? Oops. I don't think so, right? Stoutland's not in the game. Can't type. Stoutland is not in the game. So we go to the next available Pokemon, which is going to be Leopard, which I believe is also not in the game. Which is going to bring us to these, which are not in the game. Not in the game. It's I don't think Onpheasant, so it's Zebstrika, right? Onpheasant's not in the game, so it is Zebstrika. Gives us Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod next to our Greninja. Okay, we can cook with that. Its defenses are really bad. We're very frail, boys. We're very, very frail. All right, 720 for our next one. It's going to go all the way to Hoopa, which is going to give us Decidueye. Okay. So this is one of the choices we get to make. Since it is Decidueye, we can pick either the Hisuian Decidueye or regular Decidueye. I think you all know what we're going to be picking. It's going to be Hisuian Decidueye. Do we want that? That gives us 3 weeks to Fairy. What is Ghost? Actually, Ghost is probably better for us, right? I guess it's regular Decidueye. Oh... he's so bad. He's not good. I guess it's regular Decidueye, yeah. Alright, and the last Pokemon we are going to get is going to be... oh, it doesn't even want to give us one. Okay, 71. Going all the way back to the originals. 71. Why is it... oh... this is 71 up here. Oh, can you not do this? Okay. 71 is going to be... oh, Mega Weeping Bell. But we get Tentacruel here. We get Tentacruel. So we get another water Pokemon. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this team. Okay, so now we start building up on the team, right? So, all right, guys. I cut out the team building process because it was like 20-something minutes. And I kind of just want to go over the team. That building process was just way too long, so I do apologize. So if the video seems a little bit weird cut, that is why. But yeah, let's get right into the team. So we got Greninja. It's going to be Ghost Terra type with Focus Sash, so it can't be faked out, and then we have Focus Sash so we can live a hit, and that will activate our Torrent. We ended up going with Torrent instead of Protean because we're running 2 water attacks. We're already water type. There's no reason to really be stuck into that water type and get rid of that dark type. And going for Icy Wind, like, we don't really need the stab on that because we're just basically using that to get speed control. And since we have no bulk, Focus Sash is going to be the prime move to use. Like, Greninja's not really living too many hits anyways. But we ended up going actually for a modest set. Maybe Timid's better because then we can outspeed stuff like Sneasler if it doesn't have its Unburden, or Talonflame, and yeah, this doesn't do either of those things. So there are maybe some improvements. Maybe we should have went with that, but this allows us to do a ton of damage with Hydro Pump, especially with that Torrent active, and with Icy Wind, we'll outspeed basically everything after. So there are some advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, that's what we ended up going for that. Next, we have Masquerain. Masquerain's going to be Fire Terror, Covert Cloak, and Intimidate. Intimidate obviously is good. This will allow Masquerain to survive at least definitely only 1 hit. But the Fire Terror allows us to get by the fire weakness, and the ice weakness also gets rid of our electric weakness, which is a big deal. We are still weak to rock, which is unfortunate, but rock's not super, super common. It also makes us weak now to ground, but with the flying type, they're in the bug type, they're not going ground moves into Masquerain anyways. So whatever would have knocked us out will still knock us out. Of course, we got the Air Slash, we got the Protect, we got the Struggle Bug, and we got the Tailwind. Struggle Bug is going to allow us to lower the special attacks of the Pokemon after intimidating them, so we can kind of control the amount of damage that's coming through. You can also run screens in this slot, but I felt like the little bit of chip damage was necessary, and would have did good, especially into something like Rillaboom that's hitting it for super effective. It can add up over time. So I felt like it was a good move to run there. And once again, we're controlling both their physical and special attack. And Air Slash can get flinches, which is pretty good too. And Tailwind, of course, we want to make faster. We went for 137 speed. This one speed over speeds Goldango if it's modest. So that's kind of what we're going for there. We're like, okay, let's outspeed Goldango just a little bit so we can get Tailwind up. So that way we can one-shot it with our Crocodile. Crocodile's going to be Terra Ground. Choice Band Moxie, we just want to steamroll, right? There's certain teams that don't have any flying types, so there's a possibility that like Earthquake or High Horsepower can just get all the knockouts that we're going to need. We also have Low Kick and Crunch. I didn't even know this thing got Low Kick. That's pretty good. That's going to one-shot things like Ursaluna, especially with that Choice Band we have, and if we already had gotten a +1, you're just going to just keep it rolling. Even with a Low Kick, you're going to start knocking out Incineroars and stuff like that too. So you can do quite a bit with this thing. Like I said, we're going a little bit slower, so we can go a little bit bulky. So we're going 136, so we're speed tying with those Goldangos. But after we get Masquerain go up with the Tailwind, then we're able to just one-shot it. We can often just go Crunch. Crunch will be a 2-shot, but it protects against Flying Terra, which is sometimes what they're going for, especially now. But Earthquake can get under Masquerain, which is really, really nice. You can also Fire Terra Masquerain to survive, like a Choice Specs, Make It Rain, and then you can go for an Earthquake, knocking out your own Masquerain, which is nice because you can get then a free switch into something else. So there are some options there too. That you can do, but yeah, and you get Moxie off of that too. Zebstrika, so this is gonna be Flying Terra, Rocky Helmet, Sap Sipper. Rocky Helmet probably wasn't the right choice, but we were running out of items because our whole team is pretty frail. We have Protect, Taunt, Wild Charge, and Electroweb. I really like this set. I think Taunt is a really good move to have on it because it is so fast, 184. We're going to be able to stop Trick Rooms from going up. We can also stop Spore. We can also stop, parting shots from Incineroar, things like that, without having to have a prankster user, right? Because we can't hit those dark types. So this allows us to do so. We made it pretty bulky, but the thing is so frail. Like look at these stats: 63, 63, 75. Like we did our best to make this thing bulky. And the Wild Charge is just going to be able to hit things for super effective, while the Electroweb is going to give us more speed control. We can go for Electroweb Tailwind, we can go for Electroweb Flying Terra Earthquake with Crocodile. So there are options there too, where instead we're using Zebstrika instead of using the Masquerain to set up the Tailwind, or using the Greninja, because if we use Greninja, we can't even go for like Icy Wind Earthquake, because Greninja won't be a fan of that. So yeah, Zebstrika. Next we have Decidueye with Rock Terra, Life Orb, Long Reach, Terra Blast, Poltegeist, Leaf Blade, and Protect. So we went Rock Terra for Volcarona. It one-shots Volcarona. They're not going to expect it, of course, because first of all, Decidueye is not common, and second of all, Rock Terra is not common. So they're going to go Volcarona thinking, okay, well, this is Decidueye. I can just go for Heat Wave, Flamethrower, just kind of knock this thing out or do massive amounts of damage. But then we Terrasilize into Rock and we go for Terra Blast and we get a one-shot on it. Especially with that Life Orb, it's definitely not living. And we just went for attack because we needed another attacking Pokemon. We did go bulky on the HP and defense, so that way we can live at least one physical attack. And its speed's pretty bad, and special defense is actually really good, so we didn't have to focus on that. Long Reach makes it so we can't get burned from the Volcarona, or a couple of other abilities where Long Reach could be relevant. It stops that, so if they switch in Volcarona on our Leaf Blade, we don't have to worry about getting burned, because if we get burned, it's all downhill from there, of course. So this just made it better in that. So, and our last Pokemon was Tentacruel, Grass Terra, Leftovers, Clear Body, Haze, Muddy Water, Sludge Bomb, and Protect. This was our Dondozo counter. That's its primary, focus on this team. We already have a strong special attacking water type, so we didn't need that role filled. So we just went for a lot of defense, some HP, a little bit of special attack. We probably could have lowered this and raised the defense a little bit more. And then we just went a little bit more speeds. I don't know what this out speeds because we didn't do damage calcs, but you never know. 130, maybe it's doing something. Muddy Water and Sludge Bomb are basically going to be the two moves that you're going to use against Dondozo after you haze. Grass Terras, just in case they are the Earthquake variant of Dondozo, because you're already resisting them if they're the Body Press one, and you're already resisting them if they are just the Order Up and the Wave Crash one, because they have to use Order Up. You're gonna have leftovers. You're gonna get heals. If you can get the poison on them, they're never healing, and then you can just cycle and repeat with your other Pokemon, or do whatever you need to do. Decidueye is good against that version too. So as long as they aren't Steel type Terrestrialization, this is going to be the best version, so you can go for Sludge Bomb. You could also use Toxic, of course, but yeah, that is the team. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battles. There's going to be 4 battles. Enjoy. All right, I'm back. I got my account made. I forgot to make the account before I played, before I started the video. But yeah, we're back. I got it all registered, so you can't steal it. And we're going to go right into it with this monstrosity. Of course, we're going to be starting at 1,500 or 1,000, not 1,500. And we'll be trying to work our way up and see where we can get. Agreed to open team sheet? Absolutely not, my friend. Absolutely not. I think we just go straight out of Masquerain. We're going to want to try to get Tailwind up. I don't think Masquerain survives a Choice Specs Goldango, but here we are, right? Here we are. We're doing things. We're out here doing things. Is it Greninja? It might be Greninja, Crocodile for sure, and then Decidueye, I think. My problem is it's probably going to be Talonflame plus Goldango. It's most likely going to be Talonflame, Goldango. Alright. I think we lose this one 100% of the time. Yeah. Talonflame. Oh, okay. Okay. Who's okay? We got a we got him to switch out his Intimidate user, which is pretty sweet. I think we just go Tailwind and we go Icy Wind. I don't care if Masquerain goes down after this. We just need to get the speed control early, I think, and this will allow us to do that. Tailwind, Icy Wind, yeah. Let's just go for it. Bop. And unless they want to knock out Greninja specifically, they're going to have to double it. Let's see if they went for the double. Oh, Dragon Cheer is fine. All right, Struggle Bug. We'll hit him with the Struggle Bug, and we will hit them with the Hydro Pump. Yeah, Struggle Bug and Hydro Pump. Here. Okay, good damage. Struggle Bug, not enough to get the knockout, but some okay damage. Okay, Masquerain goes down, and now we can go Crocodile. And we can go for a high horsepower, and we will go for a... is Water Shuriken going to be enough? How much did Hydro Pump do? 44? I think so. Okay. Nice, nice. Nice, nice. If he goes out with Spicy Wings, we won't be able to attack him. Which is a little bit unfortunate. But we'll stay in. There's no reason not to. And we just go Water Shuriken. And we get the knockout on Swampert. And we are faster because... Oh, no, we're not. Actually, no, because that was our last turn of Tailwind there. So, but Crocodile's now pretty useless. So we're going to have to go to Decidueye. And we'll have to click Water Shuriken here. Oh, well, that was bad. Let's see. The Acrobatics did 52 last time. It's always Crunch, right? It's always Crunch. And Icy Wind. What happened to my special defense? Did I miss something? Wait, I must have missed something. I think I did. I think I missed something. Yeah, this is a loss. I think maybe going Hydro Pump into Spicy Wings there was just better. Into his Talonflame. Of course. Of course. The one time I didn't Water Shuriken. Dang. He actually... Wait, no, I went Icy Wind. Yeah. Alright. We just crunch here in hopes that he misses with that, but Acrobatics is enough anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Dang. Dang, dang. I think we were really close to winning that one. I think if we would have just Water Shuriken there, we won. 100%, because we just knock out Hydreigon, and then we got a free attack off, and then that just goes down to another Water Shuriken. So I think the one turn we didn't click Water Shuriken was the reason why we lost. We clicked it every other turn. All right. Interesting team. I don't know what they're trying to do. I have zero idea what they're trying to do. Has rejected open team sheets. That is fine, because I wasn't interested. And I guess they're gonna try to just flip turn themselves to activate Colossal. So we should be able to just go Greninja here. Greninja, Crocodile. This is Zebstrika and Decidueye, I think. Yep, okay. So we just want to go for the Hydro Pump, and we're going to go for the... What is he going to go into is the question, I guess. I guess we just go Crunch into the slot. He's going to flip turn and go into probably Rillaboom or Salamence. And he's going to go, obviously, with an attack. I don't know what, but here we are. We should be able to live with Bolt. Well, we definitely live with Greninja, but it's whether or not we live with Crocodile. Bop. Okay, Hydro Pump. Ton of damage. We are going to live that. Flip turns, knocks himself out. Perfect. Amoonguss comes in. Yep. And we're going to get the crunch off. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to go for Protect. No, we don't. We always go Icy Wind, right? We always go Icy Wind and Crunch Amoonguss. Icy Wind and Crunch Amoonguss, yeah. Do some good damage to Salamence. Salamence is going to attack into Crocodile. Oh, no, just going to set up Tailwind. Okay, that is fine as well. We just go Icy Wind again because it's a 2-shot, and we just go for the crunch on Amoonguss. Yeah, Icy Wind, crunch, Amoonguss. Oh, we missed Salamence. No. We even outsped it and everything. Oh, that's really, really annoying. Oh, that's super, super annoying. Alright, let's just waste the turn of their Trick Room, Icy Wind, and Protect. Icy Wind, Protect. Dragon Pulse, okay. Icy Wind, and we go for a Taunt into Amoonguss. Icy Wind, and yeah, Taunt into Amoonguss. We didn't wake up. Okay, we live that. And now we can Icy Wind, and we can Wild Charge into Salamence. Yeah, Icy Wind, Wild Charge. And then we should win with the Decidueye in the back now. Icy Wind and yeah, Wild Charge. I think it's always into Salamence, yeah. Do wake up, get Icy Wind off. It's 50%. Sludge Bomb comes out. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. We will just go for an Icy Wind and a Electro Web, I think. It's most likely going to be Jet Punch, and then that should just be GG. As long as we hit Icy Wind, because it does enough to knock out Amoonguss. He doesn't even go for Jet Punch, so we're going to get just some free damage into Palafin here, which is huge. Goes for Close Combat into Greninja. Now we get Decidueye, and now we can just Leaf Blade. He has no way to one-shot us. And he's now lowered defenses. Yeah, he's just scared. We won, boys! We did it! We actually won. Wow, okay. We won our second match. All right. All right. So what went well there? I think our lead was really good. We knew what they were going to go for. They weren't fast enough with their Palafin to outspeed my Greninja, which we were just able to do a ton of damage to Colossal, which was huge. Then they flip turned and knocked themselves out, which is hilarious. And then, yeah, Salamence was just had nothing into Greninja, basically, and we were able to get Icy Wind. We missed the knockout, which was probably fine, because then we were able to deal with the Amoonguss at the same time. So it was probably fine that we actually missed that knockout. And then Decidueye at the end was able to take on Palafin. It can't beat Palafin, so that's Palafin can't beat it, so that's huge. So it can't close combat, and it has 2 water attacks usually, or it has Haze and 1 water attack. This is one of the most popular teams. Let's see how we can deal with this one. We definitely need to deal with the Blood Moon Ursaluna ASAP. So what does that look like in reality, right? I guess we should have spec'd to outspeed Alolan Ninetales with Greninja. That was probably a throw. I'm not really sure. Our team is pretty weak to Alolan Ninetales. We have so many weaknesses to it. I think it's Greninja. And I think it might be Masquerain as well. I know he's going to get up the Aurora Veil. Like, I can't stop the Aurora Veil, right? Because Zebstrika is actually faster. Actually, Zebstrika lead here is good. Zebstrika. Oh, God. I don't think I have a way to just knock it out after, though. Zebstrika. I guess this Crocodile and Decidueye. Okay. I Guess we just go for the Tailwind. He could fake out Zebstrika, of course. And then we're in a worse position. Yeah. This will be a free Aurora Veil. Yeah. Okay. We'll go for Electro Web and Struggle Bug. We'll just try to control a little bit here. Did we just taunt Incineroar? No. Just Electro Web. Air Slash, I guess. Try to get Flinch. Nice. Flare Blitz in the Masquerain. We live. Then we will just protect, and we will go for a Struggle Bug. Because he's going to go for Blizzard, plus Icy Wind, plus Parting Shot here. Alright, and we go out with Crocodile. And now we just go for a Wild Charge, Terra Ground, Earthquake. Yeah, Wild Charge, Terra Ground, no. Wild Charge, Terra Ground, Earth Power. Yeah, it's Rillaboom in there. Okay. I lose. There's nothing I can do now. I just lose. Like I said, Ninetales is just really, really good against us. I guess I could have went for the knockout there, but it's fine. We just go for the Electro Web and the hit into Dragapult. Like, this still did pretty good damage. 32% to Rillaboom is kind of crazy, in all honesty. Alright, Decidueye, we can go for that. And, yeah. I think it, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, well, that's game 2 lost. Oops, sorry. I hit my mic. All right, game 3, sorry. All right, one more game. Let's see if we could pull this one out. That one was really rough. Okay, so this is Belly Drum stuff. How can we stop Belly Drum from going off? I guess we can go for Crocodile here. Crocodile Tentacruel is decent, I think. It's Zebstrika, Crocodile, Tentacruel, and then Decidueye, I think. This Decidueye actually does can hit everything on this team super effective, or at least for neutral. Except for the Clefairy. Well, no, it hits Clefairy for neutral. But it hits Sinistcha, Ursaluna, and Asmorel for super effective. So that's huge. Okay. I'm going to go for Taunt here, and we're going to go for Low Kick here. I doubt that they're going to think Crocodile gets Low Kick. And Zebstrika gets Taunt. So we should be in a good position with those. And Zebstrika can't... Okay. Well, we get the Taunt off anyway. And we don't get that. It goes for Trick Room. All right. We can go for Taunt here and... switch out to Decidueye. Oh, no. Taunt here, switch out to Decidueye. So we can't get the Spored. Okay, we get the Taunts. We can get Taunt here as well. Go for Leaf Blade into this slot. Just taunting everything, boys. We're just taunting everything. Boom, free damage. Now we just go for the... Tentacruel. We probably should have went to Tentacruel that last turn, huh? let's see. Yeah, we go for taunt, and we go for the poltergeist into... Yeah, okay. If we can hit this poltergeist... Nice. Perfect. Nice. Let's go, boys. Yes. Yo, let's go. Zebstrika, bro. Zebstrika. Okay. So let's talk about those games. I should have saved the replays. That's my fault. I usually use the replays and go over them, but I closed them for some reason. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit, right? So we understood what their plan was going to be. Their plan was going to be to go with Snorlax and go for the belly drum stuff. If I would have read the Terraghost, which I probably should have, but it was just safer go for the low kick. It allowed us to actually just basically stop the Snorlax right away and just get some damage off. But overall in the games, Zebstrika was probably the MVP. I mean, being able to taunt stuff was really nice. It's very fast. It was able to do some electro webs. It knocked out a Salamence. So it did do some stuff, and I'm really surprised. So maybe Zebstrika is a Pokemon that maybe people should be looking at. Probably not. It's pretty terrible. Decidueye also did really well. You could see it did some very, very good damage in this one. I'm surprised they didn't go follow me with Clefairy and try to go for the belly drum. I think that would have made a little bit more sense. Then they would have had Clefairy next to the Snorlax. But going for this, they wanted to heal up so they can get the belly drum. But you're in front of a ghost type, and we're always going to be able to get some damage off with that ghost attacks. And we can go for the taunt all day with Zebstrika. Of course, we're not going to taunt into Snorlax because that's crazy. But then what does Snorlax do, right? It usually only has Earthquake plus something else. If it doesn't have Earthquake, it's going to be normal moves. Does it have a ghost move? Maybe it has Terra Blast. I'm not really sure because Decidueye should probably just be able to just outlive Snorlax and just start knocking out all the other Pokemon and doing big damage into them. We can't be Spored, of course. You know, they went with the Spore with the Smeargle, but we have Sap Sipper, plus we have a Grass type, so they weren't able to go for the Spores. They didn't know we had Sap Sipper. They never found out, but we do, so that's good for us. And yeah, Decidueye can't be taken. In the first game was okay. We could have won that game. There were mistakes made. The second game, we absolutely dominated. That was a really clear performance, just like this one. And that third game, yeah, no. No. The team has nothing at all to deal with the Ninetales. You can go Tentacruel. I guess Tentacruel probably would have been the best option there. But at the same time, Tentacruel just wasn't it. Maybe for Zebstrika, maybe if we went Covert Cloak here instead of Masquerain, that could have been something. That way we can get faster taunts off without being affected. I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it, but yeah, the team was really, really bad. AI did not do us well, but we went 2-2, so I will take those. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys thumbs it up. I hope to have another video on Thursday. I don't know what that will be about, but I want to do this series at least like maybe once a week, because it's a lot of fun, right? This is a lot of fun. Regulation H is pretty solved, so it's really hard to like just grind out a team that's not going to be almost meta standard. And I say that while Monterey was won by like Stefan Mott with a very interesting team and, you know, all that stuff. But standard teams are something you have to plan out for. And, you know, if you can build an anti-meta team, then that's something. But just in the best of one series, it's a lot tougher to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, so if you guys, like I said, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you guys thumbs it up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you guys do so. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.